Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJ Trip, and welcome to the Word According to Me. And this one, we're just going to talk about 2K and what they need to do with WWE and why they just need to start over. They need to start over. Um, they don't, they don't need to worry about trying to put out a game next year or anything like that. They just need to start over from the ground up, and and you need to do a lot of things. Um, so, um, what you are going to see while I'm talking is you're going to see clips from other channels, and those channels' links will be down in the description box below, so that you can go to them and see like their full videos. Because I went and I saw on YouTube like clips of like all of the glitches and things, that this awful things that started off with the game, and apparently the latest patch hasn't worked either. It's still doing a lot of glitches and everything like that, so still hasn't fixed a lot of the stuff that's needed to be fixed. So, and I'm just going to talk about why 2K just needs to start over from the ground up, and they just need to rebuild with everything. And the first thing like you need to start over with is, basically how like the things look, right? A lot of people have been talking about how like some of the stars don't look like themselves or anything like that, and that's been like the last couple of games. Like, what the way they had Dana Brooke looking a couple years ago was just incredibly bad. And then people were making fun of Bailey last year, and sometimes, and a lot of times this year, people did not, saying that it really hasn't still looked, from the way it things. So they need to find, if they can't do it, then they need to find a way to find a company to help them to do the look, and and to bring back the look from the old. Take a picture or a video of from wrestlers in the past, and make it look like that wrestler from the past. Like, one of the things that was also Kurt Angle. Like, what they did with Kurt Angle is they took his model from like his recent model, and then just and then just put like his old hair on it or something. So they need to do a lot of things like that, and they just need to like just work on the physics of the game. They need to make sure that there are no clipping issues, like to make sure that people. One of the things that you always found with the WWE game is that when they get caught up in the rope, and it wouldn't look like something like that. Like, wrestlers get caught up in the rope in real life, and that's okay, and that would be good, but they would be just glitching through the rope. Like, the rope contact issue wouldn't make sense. And speaking of contact, like, they need to fix the hit detection stuff, right? Like, people have talked about this. Apparently, the latest patch still has not fixed a lot of the hit detection. There still is like they're still not hitting not hitting all of the things when you swing them or something. So, and everything like that, nothing connects really, and they need to fix that. They need to fix so much stuff and just build it from the ground floor up. And then once you get the game right, the game to the fact where you can play it, and you have no glitches. You don't have referees humping, humping people, or you don't have people jumping on ropes and everything like that. You don't have people, walking on air or in running through the rings or doing everything that was happening. And and you can have 8 people on the on the screen at the same time and have it not mean much, and have it happen. That's the way you want to go. And it just doesn't seem like, and it's a lot of these companies. It's every sports company, every sports game, Madden, NBA 2K, basically baseball the show. I'm sure the hockey game does this. I'm sure FIFA does this. Like like when it comes to the gameplay, they rarely make changes, and the changes that they do make, some are good, some are bad, some messes up the flow the game. And I think that's one of the things that's happening with 2K. The changes that they make, like if the changes that they do make doesn't fix the game, it just doesn't, and that's totally unfair. And especially like you're gonna have the PlayStation 5 coming out next year. So I think what they really truly need to do, and I keep saying this, is just build it from the ground up. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever that there should be any, any glitches or any mistakes with, next year's game. Because right now they should be, they should be working on next year's game right now. If I know they should have people working on trying to fix 2K20, but then they should also have people, making sure that what's happening with 2K21 doesn't happen. Whatever happened with 2K20 doesn't happen with 2K21. And I'm sure there are like other things that happen with the game as well that are just, man, probably more than you need me to tell you. But as I haven't bought the game, unfortunately, I haven't had the money to get the game, and that may be that may be a blessing, because I don't know if I would be able to handle not being able to play the game and like the way I wanted to, and have it glitching and doing all that other stuff. So, but yes, what they need to do is they need to just start from the bottom, and hopefully they'll get hit there. But they just, it's just gonna be, excuse me, it's just gonna be ridiculous to see all of the glitches that they have had, and so much so that you had fixed 2K20 or fixed WWE 2K20 trending when it came out a couple weeks ago. You had that trending. It was just, man, unreal. So hopefully they'll take their time. They'll go through, and my final thought is, maybe what they should even do is maybe they should do a beta test. Instead of just putting out the game, maybe they should do a beta test. Meaning that, like 2 or 3 months before, like how Call of Duty does it. And other games do it as well. The other games, they put out a beta test to see, if there are any bugs, any glitches with the game. So maybe that's what they should do. They should put out a beta test to see if there are any things that happen with the game. If there anything happen with the online mode, with maybe even the career mode. Of course, you don't want to give everything away, but maybe you want to do some things. You want to do something just to see if something happens. Does it crash? Things like that. Because apparently it was crashing during all universe modes. Can you create a player and do everything and put things on the created player and not have it be, screwed up? Without having it all everything be like that. And speaking of that, how about like making the hair, like the way it is? That's one of the things I saw in one of the videos, that the hair, staying straight up. People are hanging upside down, but the hair doesn't fly upside down. It's still stuck to them. So, so yeah, there's a lot of things that they need to do. But one of the things I would say is to do a beta test. Do a beta test, and then once you get the results from the beta test, you figure out if the release date can still be what you want it to be, or if you need to push it back. I've always said I don't see why you need to have a WWE game called 2K20 and have it come out in 2019. You know, that game should come out in January. I mean, I think the perfect thing would have it to be to come out the week of the Royal Rumble, or the week before the Royal Rumble, or something like that, or the week after the Royal Rumble, or something like that. So sometime in January, some kind in the year that you have it, you know. It doesn't need to be in this. You know, I understand why Madden would do it. I understand why 2K would do it, because the season goes into the next year, right? The season goes into so it's the 2019-2020 season. That's why it's called Madden 20. That's why it's called NBA 2K20. You know, so I think if you're gonna call WWE 2K if you're gonna call it WWE 2K21, then it should come out in 2K21, January, February. I think that's the perfect way to go about it. So those are just my thoughts and opinions about it. But if you've played the game, let me know down in the comment section what are your biggest gripes with it? What are your biggest, you know? And let me know what's happening with the patches or the patchwork. You know all the things that you are getting and things that are frustrating you about this game. Let me know down in the comment section. Like this video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there, and I am out.